Evening chaps and chapettes, Roger here, welcome back to the room, and a little midnight, of course. Just wanted to do this very, very quick little vloggy thing, although I don't really suppose you get, like I said before, you can't really call these vlogs, because I just wanted to explain, this isn't excuses or me whinging again, just letting you know why things have been a bit sparse on the channel recently. There's actually been a few things, as a matter of fact, this is one of those good old-fashioned life things. This little sweetheart here, midnight, you got very, very sick, didn't you, sweetheart? Hence the ball patches. Bless her. She had to go to the vets. That's a nice big expensive vets bill just before Christmas for myself, but you're worth it, sweetheart. Yes, you are. So obviously having a couple of days thinking you're going to wake up in the morning and have to dig a little grave, you know, is not exactly very conductive to doing like, ha, aren't I a Muppet sort of videos. One thing else than that. And yeah, I think I might have mentioned a few times in videos that I work at a school. Well, it's coming up to Christmas. Really, that should tell you all it is, but basically work incredibly busy at the moment, more than anything else. Also a simple little minor annoyance because I use a bicycle to get to and from work, and the thing's like literally conked out because it's electric, so the electric's conked out and no sod is willing to fix it. The shop I bought it from, oh, obviously I can't name names, but shall we just say the largest seller of bicycles in the UK have decided now they're no longer going to fix it, and I can take them to court, in which case I'm not going to because I don't have any fucking money. But there we are, so that's gorgeous. The people who make the damn bike are just like, well, we just sell it in Britain, you know, so my choice is either learn Chinese in order to speak with the manufacturer, in which case we all know what the answer there is going to be, or go to an independent bike shop somewhere is in the south of Britain and pay possibly even more money to have the damn thing fixed. So I've been trying to sort that bloody thing out. So long story short, there's been a bunch of crap, which has meant I literally have not had time, because again, that's one of the things which people don't, I think, realise about, even like, because let's face it, Let's Plays are very simple as far as videos for the internet go, more than anything else, but it's a case of, they do take time, like a 10-minute video, let's say, editing, like depending on how much flapping you're going to do, that could be an hour or so, probably a little bit less depending on that. Rendering, that's probably going to be, again, dependent on flannering, about maybe half an hour to an hour. Uploading, maybe another half hour, depending on your connection, and then sending everything around the web, you know, advertising, letting subs know, etc. All of that again. So maybe a 10-minute video probably actually has somewhere around about 4 hours worth of time behind it. Again, as even like the big guys like Jacksepticeye has said before, that, you know, it ain't hard, it's not a hard job, but it's a case of it takes time, and if you haven't got time, unfortunately it's a case of you have to choose which is worse, like, which is not worse, but it's like more urgent, like the life or the videos. And the simple fact is this, we're talking about like circles of silicon and like bits of data inside a computer. They can sit and wait. Living things can't. No, sweetheart? Yeah, she says perp. But yeah, so that's that, and I do apologise. I really do hope it's a case of once the school breaks up for Christmas, I'm going to be able to have some decent amount of time to get some good videos out for you people. I've got quite a nice little LP series I want to start for the Christmas period. You know, sort of like a Christmas special thing, kind of whatever. Anything more than anything else. Yeah. Oh yeah, and just a little aside, I mean, literally everyone and people much smarter than me have commented on all of the YouTube change stuff with all like the algorithm and all of that nonsense. It's like, well, it basically boils down to this. YouTube is finally getting old media and therefore old money to take it seriously. So therefore they're pursuing that. So long story short, it's clearly obvious that basically YouTube's going corporate. One thing else, they don't want to like help like little guys become big guys so they can make money off them, when they can just simply whore themselves out to the big guys who already have shed loads of money and have huge team and huge budgets in order to get like 5 or 6, maybe even dozens of videos, high quality, long form content out every single day. So it's literally going to be a case of like if you saw like some like PewDiePie's, he did a video a little while ago where basically he finished quite strongly on basically saying that YouTube, basically talent will leave YouTube if YouTube doesn't cater to the talent. I'm probably paraphrasing quite badly, it was a while since I saw that video. But you know, and that's it. And it doesn't make much sense on YouTube's part, because yes, they've gotten to the size where they can attract the big corporate people, but they've gotten to that size from the independent like content creators. I mean, People say YouTubers, but again, that's just because YouTube is so monolithic. It'd be like calling like everyone who works in the film industry Hollywoodies, Hollywoodos, twats, something along those lines. So that would be a little bit tricky to do. So it looks like it's a case of I'm genuinely expecting at some point that basically the big guys will start to leave YouTube because simply YouTube won't be worth it to them anymore. They'll still have a YouTube presence, but it will be like a small site, because there's one site which I have seen knocking around. So yeah, that little smiley face guy there, VidMe, looking quite interesting, looking quite a bit like old-fashioned style YouTube. But again, because it's small and therefore you're getting on the ground floor, that's going to be one of my Christmas projects. Besides getting videos back on track, is going to be setting up a VidMe channel more than anything else, just to see, because you never know. You genuinely never know. And, you know, let's face facts, you know, what have I got to lose? Really don't have anything to. More than anything else. But like I said, it's going to be a case of like YouTube will do one of two things. They'll either go corporate and go fully corporate, in which case they'll just be like a on-demand television video servicey thing, and they won't be YouTube anymore. It will be their tube. And the simple fact is, it makes no sense, because supply and demand. People have already shown that there is a demand for just normal people making videos for other normal people. Okay, well, maybe slightly weird people making videos for other slightly less or more weird people, by the by. So therefore, that demand isn't going to go away if YouTube decides that no, they're going to pursue the corporate dollar, they're going to ignore the independent guys. Those guys are still going to be around, they're still going to want to make stuff. So the people who have done that, who do that, are just going to move on to another site. Another site is going to become nominated as like the content creators website. Not all, but a lot of people are going to migrate there, and the big chunks of their audience will follow, because they want to see those creators and what they make. They're not just simply going to swallow whatever YouTube's doing. I mean, if you go to like, literally, look to the side of me and go to the trending tab right now. Does anyone actually give a damn about that? Really, anything in that tab at all? Very, very surprised indeed if they do. More than anything else. And you know, if that's what YouTube wants to do, fine. You know, it's entirely up to them. But yeah, someone else is going to go somewhere. You off ski, sweetheart? You off ski? Hey, bye. $1,000 walking out the door. But yeah, so anyway, blah, 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 blah. Long story short, it's probably not when I upload this, but I will be letting you know about the VidMe channel when that goes up, just as like an aside, because like I said, what have I got to lose? But just looking for the future. And again, I'm not going to say like I did when I did in October, because that totally fell to pieces. That is that I am going to look at what's going to be upcoming more than anything else. Is I'm going to be getting more of the PlayStation 1 stuff back. Again, I know it's not the most popular stuff, because again, it's a little bit more niche, because, you know, it's retro and it's retro in that sort of area just before people have really started to get nostalgic for it, which is like 25 years or so. In the PS1 era, it's like 20 years ago or so, so it's not quite there yet for the nostalgia's sake. But like I said, PS1's my baby. That's the console I grew up with and the one I have the most fond memories for. So there's going to be some more PS1 games coming alongside in the pipeline. Now, one thing I would like to add is I would also like to do a little shout out to sub number 2, Hugo Strange, I'm a wizardly fellow, is that on the last vlog I did, I plugged Epic Blade, you know, this one. What I had is Hugo actually suggested a game to me via that service of RimWorld, which again, I know it's, again, not the most popular, but it's there on the site, and it is a game which I am loving playing. It is a hell of a lot of fun to play. It's like, I've had it for maybe 3 weeks or so, and I'm clocking like nearly 50 hours on it. It is incredible, and it's almost addictive the way it is. It's just, you know, just tingles those parts of the old Chrome Dome for me. And yeah, and I would never have found that game if it wasn't for that suggestion. So I do encourage you. It literally, the service doesn't cost anything. I don't even think you have to sign up. You just literally have to, you can just go to that link, which is either here or it's down below in the description, which will take you directly to like my page, where you can suggest literally anything as much as you like. There's no restrictions, and you can guys let me know what sort of things you'd like to see, because I'm just happy just to play games and make a prat of myself for you people. And you know, it's fun, so, you know, why not, if it makes stuff that I know you want to see, because quite often it's a case of, even I myself, like, someone like my favourite creators, like Robaz, for example, he's one of my favourite guys, like, for example, like, some of the things he may do, like, the game itself, I might not be interested in, So even though I know he's going to be funny and making a funny video about it, because I'm not interested in the game, I might not watch the video at all. But if it's a case of it's a content creator I know I will like and I also am interested in the game, then I am far more likely to watch it. And it's the exact same thing with this. This is why the Epic Blade thing is kind of there. It's there to let the creators know what the fans want to see. So I do encourage you guys to go have a look-see at it, because, like I said, it'll help me out, and what have I got to lose? And one thing, again, is probably going to be coming at the end of December, because I really only see it being possible in that. But I am actually going to be adding a challenge series to this channel. It's going to be a little case. I'm going to start off with an experimental one, but then again, if you guys have got suggestions, ideas, hints, whatever, let me know. But again, that's going to be coming out end of December, so keep an eye out for that particular one. Just a little thing right here. Again, I know I'm a very, very, very small fish in the YouTube pond, and it is far, far too early for me to be doing any kind of like reading your comments or answering your questions, Anna. But I'd just like to literally say right here and now, if you have any questions, literally at all, apart from that one, you dirty-minded sod, is literally, if you've got questions, just pop them down in the comments and I'll answer them in the next vlog of this that comes up. You know, I'll just tag them on and I'll answer them for you. So, you know, there's that. Right, okay, that's literally all I wanted to talk about, guys. So thank you very much for listening. I've been Rog, you've been wonderful. Good night.